I wanted to ask a small riddle before Shabbat. We're going to be reading this Shabbat, the Parsha that we pronounce every day, twice a day. We pronounce about the mitzvah of Tzitzit, which is in the end of this week's Parsha. And I wanted to ask you, we know that in the dispute, the famous dispute of Bet Shamai and Bet Hillel, the two houses of Torah, the two houses of learning, of Shammai and Hillel, and there are many students and students of students. These houses existed long after the death of Shammai and Hillel. And by the way, it doesn't mean that all these people always followed the opinions of their chief rabbi, if you could call it, the main Rosh Yeshiva. Not all the time did Bet Hillel follow Hillel, or Bet Shamai follow Shammai. In fact, the disputes of Shammai and Hillel specifically were very few in number. The Talmud talks about it. But there are cases sometimes mentioned where Shammai would argue with Bet Shamai. Just like today, for instance, if you go to learn in some yeshiva, if you're a big rabbi, there are yeshivas where some people were learning for years and they're rabbis too. So you don't have to agree with everything the Rosh Yeshiva says. So Bet Shamai was generally the students under guidance of the great Shammai. And Bet Hillel were generally students under the general guidance of Hillel. But they didn't always necessarily follow the Rebbe and everything. There were all kinds of disputes, and they went for generations, and more disputes appeared. But we know that generally Halacha follows Bet Hillel, almost in everything. There are only a few examples where we follow Bet Shamai. So here is my riddle for today. What laws of Tzitzit, in fact, in these laws we follow Bet Shamai and not Bet Hillel? Does anybody know? You could pause for a moment to think about it. It turns out there are two laws with regards to Tzitzit where we follow Bet Shamai. The fact that we're so accustomed that our Tzitzit is 8 strings, meaning it's 4 that are folded, right? We take 4 strings, we pass them through a hole at the edge of the talit, and then we take usually one of the 8 edges that now appeared, and we make it. We make knots, and then we make it go around a few times, and then we make other knots, and then we go around a few more times. So that's how Tzitzit looks, right? It's basically 8 strings that come, the 8 sides of the 4 strings. So that actually is the opinion of Bet Shamai. Interestingly enough, Bet Hillel think that it's only 3 folded strings that you need to take, so it would be 6 edges that you would see instead of 8, if we would follow Bet Hillel. Also, the minimal size, there is a minimal size, how long these strings have to be, and in that again we follow Bet Shamai, the more strict opinion, the minimal size of the Tzitzit. So it's very interesting. Out of all the laws where we follow Bet Shamai, some say there are 6 halachot in which we follow Bet Shamai. It's not so many, and 2 of them happen to be related to this week's Parsha, to Tzitzit. And if you like this video, please press like.